Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your very own board-certified criminal defense lawyer, and we're here today to talk about the fun-filled, kind of grotesque things that you can't talk about at cocktail parties. So I'm your guilty pleasure. So get your white wine and get your popcorn, and let's see what we can dive into. Today we're reacting to man beheaded in broad daylight at a Dallas motel. Well, I'll stay out of that motel because you check in, and I guess you don't check out, according to the manager, who never is going to see the light of day again, unfortunately. Before we get to this, we're brought to you by AskALawyer.com, right? AskALawyer.com is a very loyal sponsor of the channel. Same folks that brought you eForms and eSign. And if you need a lawyer for whatever reason, and you just want to get to the next level, go to AskALawyer.com for $49. If you have a landlord dispute, if you can get a living, breathing lawyer to ask questions, and it's really valuable. And if you're doing your own research, it's got an AI component, and that AI component is trained in all the 50 states. So if you're representing yourself, you can kind of go in there with some tools that you wouldn't have otherwise. And so it's very reasonable in terms of fees. And if you are looking at having somebody bill your account every month, and you're trying to get this thing off of your charge because you don't want that's what they're doing, actually. So if you have a landlord dispute, if you have any kind of you're being sued, or if you just need some guidance on a legal issue, go to AskALawyer.com. No funny statements about grandma, because grandma's not looking at any lawsuits against her grandson right now, which is good. She's just content doing the AI thing with the legal research in her Cheeto stained underwear. So go to AskALawyer.com. All right, now I haven't seen this. I just heard about this from my team, and let's just get into it. First of all, if you're going to court, and it depends upon what you're arguing about. So certain cases, you're starting out in a hole. So if the title of the case is Man Beheaded at a Motel, and you're the defendant, guess what that jury is almost automatically doing? Can I picture him doing this? When you do jury selection, you sit there and you question, you think you could be fair? Well, when you have a title, Man Beheaded at a Motel, I can be fair. I can convict him as squarely as anybody else. It sucks because as a defense lawyer, you got nothing,
Now to a wild story about a savage attack at a Dallas motel today. You've probably seen it, heard about it. We want to warn you, though, some of what you're about to learn and hear is very graphic. Tonight, one man is facing a capital murder charge after witnesses say another man was beheaded with a machete.
I don't know about you, but, my machete is usually in the shop and getting sharpened or whatever. But who walks around with a fucking machete, honestly? And then why would you use it on somebody? Could your dispute with the manager of this hotel be that bad that you got to cut his head off?
Our Marvin Hurst hearing from witnesses tonight.
Suspect has a machete, and fire is noticing that he is actually cutting someone's head off.
Okay, that is like the 911 call is called in as it's happening. Why not tackle the guy? I suppose you don't want to go near a guy that's got a machete that's willing to cut somebody's head off. Well, and cutting somebody's head off is not an easy task.
3422 Samuel Boulevard went from peaceful to shocking. Dallas emergency responders received the call around 9:30 Wednesday morning. A beheading at a motel. Johnny, who doesn't want to show his face or give his last name, unfortunately says he saw it all.
What I saw, the dude that was cleaning up, he was coming out of 106, he was going to 108. And I was standing downstairs waiting on my ride. The manager was walking past him.
The 56-year-old says both men worked at the Downtown Suites Motel. Neither Dallas police nor the motel confirmed that. Police did say that 37-year-old Yordanis Cobos-Martinez allegedly killed 50-year-old Chandra Nagamallaiah. It was the way they say he did it, with a machete, as the victim tried to escape the ambush and the blade.
This speaks of one of two things. Excessive cruelty is a product of one of two things. Either some type of cartel, send a message type thing, or mental illness. I mean, who the hell is in the process of rational thought and think, this is a good idea?
He was trying to get to his office, and he was hollering for his wife and them to tell him, help, help, help. And then the dude was chasing him. He literally chased him down, and he couldn't get in the office.
In front of the victim's family, Johnny says, beheading the man.
He literally went over there and picked the man's head up and walked over to this dumpster and put the man's head in the dumpster.
Kim, who doesn't want to release her last name,
can you blame her? I mean, fuck.
Came home to the motel and the crime scene.
This is unexpected. So unexpected.
I would hope so. I would hope that a beheading would be unexpected. Oh, this shit happens every day. We knew this was going to happen.
She, like everyone else, is trying to figure out what happened. Police have not said that just yet. Witnesses told CBS News Texas they did not see a fight. They did see a family in pain, watching the unthinkable happen right in front of them.
I know I would be going through shambles if I witnessed that. To see someone decapitated, come on now.
So I don't wish the death penalty on nobody, but that dude deserved to die just like he killed that man.
Marvin Hurst, CBS News Texas.
What's his next step? His next step is, he's going to jail. I mean, he's already in jail, I think. And then you have a bail hearing. Well, he's not getting out because that's particularly cruelty is one of the aggravating factors, and cutting somebody's head off, one could argue, would be particularly cruel. So in a sworn statement to police, Dallas County Magistrate, a Dallas Police Department detective, said that the suspect, 37-year-old Yordanis Cobos-Martinez, was involved in an argument Wednesday morning with the victim, 50-year-old Chandra Nagamallaiah. Both men worked at the Downtown Suites Hotel on Samuel Boulevard, east of downtown. A witness, who is another motel employee, told police that she was cleaning a room with Cobos-Martinez when Nagamallaiah told them to not use a washing machine that was broken. Jesus Christ. The witness told police that Cobos-Martinez became upset with Nagamallaiah for having witness translate the communication instead of speaking to Cobos. Well, that would be worthy of it. I mean, why wouldn't you cut somebody's head off for that? Police say video evidence then shows Cobos-Martinez leave the room, pull out a machete, and start hacking Nagamallaiah. The victim ran screaming, still under attack, toward the motel office where his wife and son were located. A witness who requested to remain anonymous, because everybody doesn't want to give their name up because fear retribution, told CBS Texas that he saw the entire incident play out. He chased him from 108 all the way to the office. The man was trying to get into the office to tell his family, the witness said. Nagamallaiah's wife and son tried to intervene several times. Police said that, but Cobos-Martinez pushed them away and continued to hack. Cobos-Martinez then took Nagamallaiah's cell phone and keycard from his pockets before again resuming the attack until Nagamallaiah's head was removed from his body. Jesus. Then he kicked the head twice in the parking lot and proceeded to pick it up and carry it to the dumpster and put it inside. What the hell? What is our society coming to? It's like, reminds me of the callous nature of Sarah Boone. Remember her? I mean, she put her boyfriend in a fucking suitcase until he suffocated to death. One of the reasons I can't hurt anybody is I just can't seem to see somebody suffer, even if I don't like them. You know what I mean? So if you see somebody about to cut somebody's head off, you should stop them any way you can. So sometimes what people do in these things, they look back and say, what was his backstory? apparently he's from Cuba. I don't know that for sure. We haven't confirmed that. And that he was in ICE custody. But I think if you're from Cuba, you can get asylum here pretty readily. And he was released from ICE detention in January, saying that there weren't any flights to Cuba or something, which strikes me odd because we could have just put him in a raft and sent him back. So Dallas Fire Rescue said if crews are dispatched to the scene of an incident involving potential and ongoing threat, our members are required to stage at a safe distance until law enforcement has deemed the scene safe for entry. So that's the cops aren't the confrontation, or the fire department aren't the confrontational folks. I feel bad for his family because he got a wife. They came out and they didn't know what to do. She was screaming and hollering, but I told her to get back because I didn't know if he was going to attack her too. And apparently, after close contact with a phone book, I don't know if it was a phone book or not. That's what they used to use to beat confessions out of people. But this police said that he admitted to the crime afterwards. But so now they have an admission from him corroborated by eyewitness accounts. So Cobos-Martinez is being held in Dallas County Jail on a capital murder charge. Jail records also show an immigration hold. Records show that he has been arrested twice for auto theft in Florida and has indecency with a child and assault charge. Well, here's the thing. If you're coming here from another country and you're not legal, guess what? Stay off the fucking radar screen by not committing crimes. They're sending us their rapists, their murderers. I mean, give me a break. Most of the immigrants that come here, why do they want to come here? For work, right? And guess who hires them? American companies. So you want to be pissed off at somebody, follow the money. My guess, there aren't a whole lot of immigrants that come to this country and behead people. This is probably the only situation where this has happened. And it's just so stupid. So it's either drugs, like methamphetamine or whatever, and, psychosis spurred by drugs, or it's a long-standing grind with this motel owner, which no dispute should ever arise to this. So the Dallas police say that he was arrested on Wednesday on a capital murder charge, but let's react to this video about who he is.
You're looking at video of the man accused of cutting off another man's head, being booked and fingerprinted into the Dallas County Jail. Yordanis Cobos-Martinez is being held on a capital murder charge and an immigration hold.
So he must have been doing some painting before this because he's got a suit on. Why do you think he's got that suit on? Probably he's covered in blood. I'm sure that's a hazmat suit.
But for this woman, what happened in Dallas brings back awful memories.
It's reshaped my life. For sure.
Records show back in 2017, Cobos-Martinez was accused of carjacking her in California. Released on bail, he fled the state. She agreed to talk to us if we did not reveal her identity.
What he did and what he's done and what he's continuing to do, he has no moral compass in his body.
In 2018, Cobos-Martinez was arrested in Harris County on multiple felonies. He appears to have spent several years in jail before pleading guilty to a misdemeanor assault charge. He was then extradited back to California, where he was acquitted of the carjacking charge.
Acquitted? Good for you. Live to fight another day, right?
But convicted of felony false imprisonment.
We have faith in our judicial system. As a community, we have faith that they will stand up and protect. And unfortunately, in this case, this man was able to get away with it.
At some point, Cobos-Martinez was taken into ICE custody. ICE officials told us this afternoon that he was released from ICE custody on January 13th of this year because, quote...
Oh, was that under Trump's watch? Trump had this guy and they released him? Oh, my.
Quote, there was no removal flights to Cuba under the Biden administration, unquote. However, we found news coverage and even a government video from 2023 showing deportation flights to Cuba had resumed. We continue to ask questions about his dealings with the immigration system.
I do feel like a disappointment. This man's death could have been prevented if it was handled in an appropriate manner.
She says the system failed both of them.
I'm so sorry. I hope this family can find closure in this event.
In Dallas, I'm Tanya Iser.
And think about the poor sod who's got to represent this guy. Now, I'm a private defense lawyer, so I can kind of pick and choose my cases a little bit more carefully. But if you're some low-level, but it's a death penalty case, so they're going to have somebody that's death penalty qualified to do the case. But think about having to deal with this guy on a regular basis. Clearly, he's got a screw loose. And probably not so much so that he's, insane, or can get off on a mental illness. I mean, maybe he can. I don't know. It sounds like you have an admission. You've got, and I'm sure there's footage of this. Now, apparently, this is all caught on camera. We're not going to show it to you, but I'm going to take a look at it. And we may put it up on Patreon. What I don't get is, why isn't anybody calling 911? Do you think he might have asked for a raise and just was denied a raise? Ugh. All right. I don't need to see anymore. After seeing that, we're not going to show it to you here, but after seeing that, I mean, this guy's totally defenseless. And now Mr. Cobos-Martinez is defenseless. He's absolutely defenseless. There's no rhyme or reason. I suppose you could say, you do a mental health evaluation, and if there's, if he's not competent to stand trial, then he gets committed, and it's an ongoing thing. He'll never see the light of day. Whether you're in a facility or whether you're going to get the death penalty. I mean, but Jesus Christ, what is this? I'm going to put into our team. So let's do something a little more fun next time. Jesus Christ. I mean, honestly, we did the reaction on that Ukrainian lady that was stabbed for absolutely no reason. And this seems kind of similar, although she was probably killed immediately. I would suspect. I mean, she didn't know what hit her, and it just happened so fast. It happened by somebody that he knew. He was evidently working there, and I just don't know how you square all this, with mental health and drugs, and there's no rational reason why you would do this. Oh, I know you cut his head off, but I bet you had a darn good reason. So the poor sod who's got to defend him, I mean, the only thing he can do is say this was a drug-induced, and he shouldn't get the death penalty because it wasn't in his right mind. And so the best you can hope for is life rather than the death penalty. But Jesus, Martha, let's get some good news in here sometime, okay? All right, we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe. Go to CLR Bruce Rivers. See, we got new mugs. We got everything you need for your best holiday ever, because Nick is about to upgrade his little box, and we don't want him living out on the street too much longer. So go to clrbrucerivers.com for all your merch needs. Sign up for Patreon. Go to subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and wherever else we are. So we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. 23-hour lockdown, police is at my god.